Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Pretty Hands Mah Jongg readings. This reading will be for my fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, for the upcoming week of February 17th, 2020. So happy birthday, Pisces. We start Pisces season on the 18th. And then on the 23rd, we have a new moon in Pisces. Good grief. And then, Mercury's retrograde in Pisces. I don't like all this Piscean energy. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I feel like with the new moon, it could be these new beginnings that aren't quite what they seem. Hazy new beginnings, overly ambitious. I feel like it could go one or two ways because Pisces is, the another dual nature sign, right? The two fish are swimming in opposite directions, one in reality and one in fantasy land. And I feel like the new beginning there could be some false starts, right? Things could be either they could take off, right, or they could be not as they seem. And that's the same with people. So just be careful with this new moon. Just make sure that you're using your intuition. Make sure you're using your head, right? Your discernment. Don't get caught up in the could-be's, because that's what Neptune is all about. What are the major things for my fire signs for the upcoming week of February 17, 2020, please? Got some sun, and I'm excited. All those came upside down, which we don't read in Mah Jongg. Okay, angel number 267, fire signs. Look it up, see if it resonates with you. So with the two circles, a lot of circles. So definitely a week of money and romance right out the gate. Y'all got 2 and 6 partnership home. This is a good young guy. This is a good young girl. There's abundance. There's love. So this could be a fire week for y'all, fire signs. Have fun. So with the 2 circles, pine, contemplation, meditation, writing, poetry, music. That is perfect because that is the sign of Pisces, which is ruled by Neptune, governs some of those things, right? Governs art and beauty, and that's definitely what he's bringing. He's also bringing instant manifestation in partnerships. So for some of you, you could be focusing on how to build a more stable partnership. You could be dealing with the partnership that's imbalanced, honestly, because if you look, he's leaning and he's contemplating and he's doing the right thing. He's thinking before he takes action, and he has the stability that he's looking for actually right behind him. Pine trees are very stable, but if you notice, the 2 stumps that he's leaning on, one is bigger than the other. One is smaller, one is less stable. I don't know if you can see this, but there's like a hole there. So again, that just comes from, if you have a relationship or partnership or romance that you're dealing with, be careful with this new moon in Pisces or somebody that you meet this week, because there could still be an element of illusion here, y'all. I'm sorry, that's what I see. 6 circles, peach. So she's about money and going with the flow and abundance and success, right? She's a young girl. She's beautiful. She represents the divinely feminine energy, creativity, all of that. Again, Pisces governs those things. But at the same time, she's young. These people are young, y'all. They're young. So yes, she's a spring chicken, but what comes along with that? Being a spring chicken, you don't know nothing, right? And it's not because you're dumb, it's just being naive. So be careful that there is no naivete between you and another person, or particularly a new person or person that you meet under influences of this new moon in Pisces. 7, bamboo tortoise. So this is about making sure that you're not being impatient, making sure that you are not tripping over obstacles that have been there for a long, long time. This is also making sure that you're listening to the divine. You're doing the work. You are receiving the divine guidance, the wisdom, right? You're using your obstacles as learning experiences, fire signs. That's important, because here's the thing. These rocks didn't just get here, and obstacles ain't born, overnight. We've had obstacles for a long time. Like they're a part of life. But don't act brand new because you have this new boo, this new person, or this new moon, and you want to start these new beginnings, and you're not seeing the big picture. You're rushing into it, right? So don't become impatient with this new romance or this new love situation that you might have going. Look at that. 2 success. Bam. Whoop, universe loves y'all. So you got the North card. This is a really interesting juxtaposition. North with 2 souths. Okay, so again, okay, there's the message. I just told y'all that things are not as they seem. We have too much Piscean energy going on. I know there are 1,000 other things going on in the cosmos, right? The astrologers will tell you that. But look at this. I just told you things may not be as they seem. We got the North next to 2 souths. This is a card about isolation, desolation, depression, sadness, all those things, right? is an interpretation of the card, and we're talking about the pine. So there could be a younger guy who's feeling this way, who's feeling isolated. He don't know if he's ready. He don't know if he wants what you think he wants, or you think that he should want this partnership, or he ain't sure of it. And I never talk on love. This is not a channel about love. It's just what I see. So when I see it, I'm always like, ooh. But look at this. What is it next to? 2 souths. Now, how crazy is that? You just told me, like, oh, gloom and doom and sadness and stress and uncertainty. But then the very next card, not only 1, but 2 cards, right? Out of all these cards, you give me south and you repeat it. So they're saying success is emphatic, fire signs. You ain't got to worry about that. Don't rush into nothing. And even if you're here already, even if this is where you already are, or you stumble upon this, or you come to this point of, just feeling isolated and alone and cold, and, look at what comes immediately afterwards. It's like, bam, it's literally like night and day. It's like somebody taking the blanket off your eyes. It wasn't really nighttime. You only thought it was. Look at that. Oh, there is beef. Y'all got beef. Y'all got drama. Fire signs. So first of all, this pine then came out again. He repeated. This isn't talking about a girl. This is literally a love situation. And he's thinking. He don't know. Like, it seems good, but he don't want to rush. And she's trying to rush and trying to give him, look, I have my peaches. I got all my I's dotted and my T's crossed. I'm good, right? Look, and I'm trying to give it to you. And he's like, I don't know. I still need to think about this. And so she's kind of feeling some type of way and feeling impatient. Because she's like, how can you not? This is a match made in heaven. Like, everything is perfect, but he's not trying to rush into it, and you can't blame him. He wants to make sure that he's stable. He has this stable foundation, that he's in tune with himself, that he knows even what he wants out of life. This is not necessarily out of the situation with you, but even money-wise, materially. Is this really what I want? So this, honestly, this is a good dude. This is a great dude. And he's just trying to figure it out. Now, if it's not a romantic situation for you in particular, this is also about your trying to figure out what it is exactly that you want, especially by being under influence of all this Piscean energy. As a fire sign, that don't work well at all. Fire and water, bam, no. So there could be some uncertainty. Look, the north is in between these pines, but you're building the stability, but there's still an element of uncertainty right now. Success is coming. It's right there. You're right on the edge of it, but you just got to get that clarity first before you just charge forward. Now look who came next. 8 circles, tiger. They the opposite, y'all. 8, first of all, is a number of karma, abundance, money. You got your circle suits. Y'all ain't got to worry about. Y'all got y'all success. I got a feeling y'all ain't really worried about money right now. And if y'all are, y'all won't be for long. But this is about, look, authority figure, right? Going against the grain. This freaking tiger that flew away from me. Remember doing a reading like last year, and I had to find, and that's what you get. But he's about standing his ground. So some of y'all could have 2 suitors, right? One person is not letting go. One person's like, no, I've been there. I'm the more aggressive. I'm bigger. I'm better looking. I have more. I'm not going nowhere. And the other person is like, well, I don't know if I should fight this, right? Should I back down? Is it worth it? That's really deep. That could also relate to you. You're going back and forth, Piscean energy. In 1 minute you want to think and contemplate, but then you're torn because then you just want to take action. What did I tell you about that? Got to balance that out. Don't overthink things, but don't act irrationally either. Some of y'all could be dealing with an Aries, or you could be an Aries. So 6, bamboo, water, communication. But remember, Mercury's retrograde. So that's why this boat is going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Communication is not going to be at its peak or its optimal right now, y'all. So know that. This is also about healing, though, and traveling. So there could be communication, internal communication with yourself, about what I just said with these 2 cards. It also could be with somebody else, because this is all clarifying the peach. Trying to bring all these energies into alignment, right? Your divine creativity, your inner, softer, gentler femininity, right? And balancing that with the energy of the masculine energy of aggression, right? Making it happen and just charging forth. But then the gentler masculine energy that thinks and contemplates and calculates before he makes his move. It's a lot going on for y'all fire signs, but it's interesting. Dang, tortoise came through twice on y'all. Twice. 2 tortoises. So 2 wands, sword. Sacrificing things. This is for patience, y'all. Patience. Patience and sacrifice. Patience and sacrifice. That's how you get to this success. Bam, bam. being patient and being willing to sacrifice, being willing to let go of things that no longer serve you. Honestly, and being willing to be the arbitrator, right? This is you. This is you. Because look, this is a 2. We started out with the 2. Then you have both men here, and you have one woman. Then look, the maturity. So she's gaining her maturity. She's getting wisdom too. Everybody's getting wise out of this. No matter what side of this you represent, right? Everybody is achieving wisdom. That is the goal. This too, you have to arbitrate something too. So I feel like somebody has like a love triangle or something, and it's like you have to cut it off. You have to make the decision. If it's not a love triangle, there's some decision that you need to make, fire signs, that you have not been making. And it's going to put you, bam, you're going to go from this to, oh, everything is bad, to, oh my gosh, abundance, life is amazing. But you got to make that decision or that sacrifice. Only you can make it. And it's definitely choosing between 2 very distinct things, right? It could even be thought patterns, ways of dealing with money, right? People. It's some 2 of some things that you have to make a decision upon. 7, bamboo tortoise. That's listening to the divine. That's that patience again, right? You have to be patient. You may make the decision and then become impatient. Like, okay, now what? You said something drastic. Remember, life is not instantaneous, right? Everything takes time. The thoughts that we put out, the things that we do, the seeds that we plant, they take time to grow before you even see something break through the soil, right? So it takes time. Do not get impatient after having made that decision, and don't drag your feet. Ultimately, what? 1 bamboo peacock. So everything gonna be all right. That is success. That is maturity. That is her having everything that she wants. But she had to kind of go through this. She had to make this decision. She had to make the sacrifice, cut off this person, like I said, this way of thinking, this way of being, to get to all of this success. She had to endure the obstacles as well as the impatience, right? She went from this to this, this to this. She is equally successful as the peach. She's just older and wiser and more mature. She's used her obstacles and her impatience to propel her to the next level. Right now she know how to play the game. Okay, so back to the fortune telling book until I get bored. All right, Aries, what you got? So 3 of spades. Heartache. Divorce, separation, or a broken love affair could be the result of an interfering third person or undermining situation. Bam. The loss of friend, pet, or job may have caused upset, but brighter times return in March. You should also hear good news in 3 days or 3 weeks. Reversed. Alliances are threatened, not necessarily lost. Oh man. Okay, so 2 things that popped out. Heartache. I told you that. But once you get through it, what did I show you? 2 success cards. So don't even worry about that. Again, this is heartache that you see coming. This is not something out of the blue. You're not going to be blindsided. This is going to be something on some level you already knew about it, right? Or it's already happening anyway. And the heartache could be as a result of having to make the decision to sacrifice, cut off the thing that we spoke about already in the general reading, right? So that's a residual effect. Nothing that, again, blindsides you. Also, brighter times return in March, right? March is right around the corner. We already discussed that. Your success is coming. Alliances are threatened, not necessarily lost. So if you have to cut off a person, remember, you don't have to be, just kind of savage with it and burn a bridge or anything like that. It could mean for now you have to. The timing is just not right? For you guys just aren't in alignment right now. That's not to say that you won't be down the line. So that is a good thing as well that I wanted to hone in on. Last thing is a broken love affair could be the result of an interfering third person. I told you that had third party situation, that had love triangle all over it, that reading did. So somebody who's watching this is in a love triangle, or they have something in their mind where they're trying to figure out who's the best person, who's the better person, and all of that. Just know that whatever decision you're going to make, you got to know something you're going to have to give up. Even if you pick the better person, obviously there was something about the other person that you liked in the first place for you to choose them. So there's going to still be an element of, sadness, but you'll be happy with the decision that you make anyway. Sorry, y'all know Mercury's retrograde now. Work with me. Leo. Joker Leo. Leo, now's your time. Now's your time to claim your throne, Leo. Look at that. He riding a bike. Claim your throne. Kings and queens don't ride bikes, Leos. They don't. I love riding bikes, but kings and queens don't. So just know that that message should resonate with you. Make sure that you're not settling. Happiness returns. Luck is on your side, bringing prosperity in business and replacing conflict with love. Job prospects appear promising, though initial rewards may be small. Take solace in the positive results of your perseverance and exertion. Reversed. You avoid sadness and even danger by phasing out detrimental friends and old habits. I told y'all this in the general reading. I love that. Happiness returns. I told you. After the North card, there was 2 South cards. Success, success. So they're telling you, they're egging you on, Leo. Like, don't even worry about it. Look, yeah, that was something small. Yeah, I know. But look, we have an abundance of happiness and joy coming to you after that. Don't worry about it. Replacing conflict with love. You saw that. There was love all through those cards. Take solace in positive results of your perseverance and exertion. Right. So I said that you may not see the seed. You may not see the immediate results of the decision that you have to make. But it's coming, right? They may be small. You might be happy, but ultimately a week or 2 after this, you're going to be like, oh, I'm relieved. I'm so happy with my decision, right? You may not like it initially because you had to make a decision in the first place, right? And that's just hard in and of itself. The reversed. You avoid sadness and even danger by phasing out detrimental friends and old habits. I told you that. There is a decision that has to be made. Something has to be cut away, done away with, at least temporarily, right? At least for now, so that you can get to your next level, because otherwise you're holding yourself back, Leo. Okay. Sagittarius, Queen of Hearts. A queen of romance. This generously loving woman is known for her social grace. She may run charities or do voluntary work. In marriage, she is faithful, and home and hearth are where your heart is as well. You may introduce a new partner to your family and friends. Reversed. Someone you thought was right for you may prove disappointing when you get to know her. Ooh, okay, so romance. Romance was in the cards. I told you that. Particularly a third-party situation, a decision that you got to make between 2 people. We know that. If you're choosing between 2 women, right? They're saying that the woman that you choose is the right person, right? She is amazing. That she could actually improve your home life, your family life. But the reverse is saying somebody that you thought was right for you may prove disappointing when you get to know them. So again, that comes back to Sagittarius, that Piscean energy. I cannot overemphasize that enough. Like, I can't emphasize that enough. Like, things may not be as they seem. And I said with these new beginnings, you may meet somebody, it's after Valentine's Day, it's getting a little warmer outside, and you can be like, oh my gosh, this is the one. I knew it. We met under the new moon. Remember that things are not quite as they seem when the new moon is in Pisces, right? The new beginnings can be a little hazy, so just keep that in mind. All right, y'all. Thank you for listening. Have a good week. Peace out.